Right now at 6, a man convicted of a murder in 2016 denied a new trial.
And the city of La Crosse is looking for the next generation of climate activists.
You're watching WKBT La Crosse. This is News 8 Now at 6.
Good evening, everyone, and thanks for joining us for News 8 Now at 6. I'm Ken Kozarowski.
And I'm Emily Brown.
A West Salem man convicted of killing his wife in 2016 has lost another appeal for a new trial. After a 9-day trial, Todd Kendhammer was convicted of killing his wife, Barbara. He was sentenced to life in prison with a chance of parole after 30 years. In Kendhammer's argument to the State Court of Appeals, he argued that his trial lawyers were constitutionally ineffective. In its decision this morning, the Court of Appeals rejected that argument and reaffirmed the La Crosse County Court's decision to deny a motion for a new trial. Kendhammer maintains his innocence. He says his wife was killed when a pipe from another vehicle crashed through their windshield.
A Hickston woman will spend the next 5 years behind bars for her role in a 2021 burglary and standoff. 36-year-old Jolene Lowe was sentenced to 5 years in prison and 3 years of supervised release in Jackson County Court today. In August of 2021, Lowe and her husband, Aaron, were arrested after a botched burglary and standoff with the Jackson County Sheriff's Office and the La Crosse County SWAT team. Lowe was convicted of burglary with battery committed. Aaron Lowe will be sentenced tomorrow for his role in the burglary.
Eau Claire County authorities are asking for help identifying a suspect in a Wednesday stabbing. According to the Sheriff's Office, deputies responded to the village of Fairchild at about 10:45 last night for a stabbing. One man was sent to the hospital. He is in stable condition. The suspect left before deputies arrived. They were described as white and wearing a black hooded sweatshirt and ski mask. Authorities say this was an isolated incident and the public is not in any danger. If you have information on the suspect, contact Detective Greener at the number on your screen.
Vernon County Emergency Management is conducting an exercise with area schools to safely reunite families in a potential emergency. They taught school staff the I Love You Guys standard reunification method. That's a standardized process for bringing parents, students, and staff together after an emergency where school cannot stay in session, such as tornadoes, bomb threats, and school shootings. Vernon County's Emergency Management Director says this method helps bring order to the chaos following an emergency, and it ensures every student is accounted for.
But just know that, we're here to help and get things safely back together. If somebody wasn't here, a staff or student wasn't here, we have a process to figure out where they are, if they're not accounted for.
Something Larson highlighted in today's training was the importance of verifying a parent's identity before letting them leave with a student.
Well, access to the northern portion of Pettibone Park is closed due to high water. According to the City of La Crosse's Parks Department, Pettibone Drive North will be closed until further notice. The closure includes the lagoon rental facility, but access to the boat club will remain open.
Well, if you're signing up for TSA PreCheck soon, listen up. Pretty soon, you won't have to travel for hours to do so. Community members can instead sign up for a week-long PreCheck enrollment event at the La Crosse Regional Airport from June 24th to the 28th. TSA PreCheck lets travelers go through an expedited screening line. If you'd like to participate, the TSA recommends travelers pre-enroll and make an appointment online. The enrollment center will be set up in the airport conference room behind the escalators and will be open from 9 a.m. to noon and 1 p.m. to 5 p.m.
I tell you, after we had a few days of that muggy conditions, It was kind of nice to have that noticeable breeze today.
It was refreshing today, Greg. Yeah.
For me, I like this type of weather, but a lot of people probably don't want to see it in early June now. They want to see the warmth and the humidity, but we're not going to see that probably for at least another week. But yeah, this evening definitely still breezy out there. We're having decreasing clouds. The temperatures overall cooling back to the 60 mark, but you probably need the jacket out there with the winds. Same story in Eau Claire. We'll gradually see the cloud cover decrease, the temperatures dropping back down into the upper 50s, and those winds will also start backing off. Really, it was a 24-hour temperature change, 5 to 10 degrees definitely, but look out to the west. They're overall not too bad as you go to Minneapolis, and that's kind of a sign that things to come. But winds have dropped down, but still quite strong as you go further to northeast Iowa, but we'll see those continue. Overall temperature still in the upper 60s for the most part, near 70. The few sprinkles or showers are really off to the east, but we could still see a few of those throughout the evening and mainly I-94 and eastward for those areas. Won't amount to too much, but the other trend will be decreasing clouds eventually as we get past midnight into tomorrow morning, with temperatures lowering back into the 50s. That'll be the positive of now. It's donut day tomorrow too. So tomorrow we'll kind of break down on what's going to go on with that type of forecast, which looks a little better, but we do have some rain for the weekend, and then we'll kind of break down what the temperatures look like next week going into Father's Day weekend too.
Making me hungry already. Thank you, Greg.
Well, ground is officially broken for a $75 million renovation at Onalaska schools. District officials and community members gathered this morning for a groundbreaking ceremony at Onalaska High School. The event marks the start of upgrades funded by a $75 million referendum passed in November 2022. In addition to completely renovating Onalaska Middle School, the referendum funds key projects at the high school, like ADA improvements, locker room upgrades, and new music and tech ed spaces. The school district superintendent says it's important to the district to offer quality educational experiences in modern facilities.
The choices students are making in terms of careers are happening at a younger and younger age, and there are so many opportunities for them to get a jump on those pathways while still in high school.
Phase 1 is scheduled to be completed next summer. Anthony hopes Phase 2 of construction will focus on completing classroom renovations and updating the Performing Arts Center.
La Crosse Mayor Mitch Reynolds is announcing an open call today for young people to take action on new climate efforts. La Crosse is receiving $50,000 in micro grants and will be distributed to youth-led climate projects. Residents aged 15 to 24 are encouraged to apply for the grants and spearhead their own environmentally friendly initiatives. Some ideas include planting demo pollinator gardens, organizing a trash cleanup, or even creating a mural highlighting conservation. Whatever the project may be, these grants are meant to kickstart young people into climate action.
There's a large percentage of young people that are really concerned about climate change in the future and are looking for ways to get involved. So this is one of the ways that we can help them fund their ideas.
The deadline for applications is July 31st. There are opportunities for up to 50 different projects to receive a micro grant. You can apply on the City of La Crosse's website. We'll have that linked on all of our platforms.
A family business in La Crosse is celebrating 40 years of service. Ed's Service Center Towing and Recovery hosted a party today to celebrate the milestone. Joe Garbers took over the business from his dad 9 years ago. For a while, Ed's was a gas station before it recently transitioned into a car service shop. The business has built a good reputation over the last 4 decades that's helped them keep them successful.
We've been here for 40 years, so it's all generation people coming down. People trust me. I talk to them, and I make sure that they know what's going on with their car.
Garber says right now Ed's is a one-man operation and he's responsible for everything with the store. Today's celebration included a food truck and cookies, as well as an oil change raffle.
Well, a Winona man is transforming his pain into passion. After surviving a near-fatal car accident in 2016, he's discovered a new purpose through painting. Back in 2016, James Thompson was taking a drive around Winona when a young girl suddenly struck the back of his car. After intensive care and 4 eye surgeries, he felt lost with what to do, until his son gave him an idea that changed everything.
I didn't know what to do with myself when I got home, and my oldest son Jamie told me, "Why don't you start painting, Dad? You got an art degree, why don't you use it?" So that's how it started.
Thompson's a big fan of the great outdoors, and his work reflects that, painting everything from owls, bears, and fish. He says he paints anything from 500 to 600 pictures each year.
Hunter Biden is back in court today for his felony gun trial.
And the prosecution bringing its most critical witness to the stand.
Earn a 40-cent Hy-Vee fuel saver for every $60 you spend this Thursday, Friday, and Saturday. That's a 40-cent fuel saver for every $60 Thursday, Friday, and Saturday, only at Hy-Vee.
Don't believe Tammy Baldwin's TV ads. Believe her record. Baldwin voted against $800 million for narcotic detection at our border. She voted against more Border Patrol agents, against tougher sentences for drug traffickers here illegally. No wonder overdose deaths have skyrocketed on Baldwin's watch, with cartel activity right here in Wisconsin. Two-Faced Tammy. a hypocrite we can't trust. Fix Washington PAC is responsible for the content of this advertising.
Here's to the farm and fleet dads, the ones who work hard and get the job done right, the ones who take pride in what they do and take the time to pass it on. This Father's Day, get your dad a gift he'll love. Like men's Ariat t-shirts, buy 2, get 1 free. New at Blaine's, this Charbroil gas grill, $209.99. Save $20 on this Simpson pressure washer, $399. Plus, a Blaine's Farm and Fleet gift card makes the perfect Father's Day gift.
Find value at Blaine's Farm and Fleet.
A lot has changed since the Overhead Door Company installed its first door in 1921. One thing that hasn't, our commitment to quality. We set the standard a century ago with the first motorized garage door, and we have not stopped innovating since. Today, you can build your dream door with the DoorView app, and with the OHD Anywhere app, you can control your new door from anywhere. So next time you need a repair or replacement for your garage door, look for the red ribbon and trust 100 years of experience. Overhead Door Company.
Earn a 40-cent Hy-Vee fuel saver for every $60 you spend this Thursday, Friday, and Saturday. That's a 40-cent fuel saver for every $60 Thursday, Friday, and Saturday, only at Hy-Vee.
Hunter Biden's federal gun trial resumed today with prosecutors calling their key witness to the stand.
The president's son is facing 3 felony charges stemming from his alleged illegal purchase of a firearm in 2018 while a drug user. Erica Brown reports from Wilmington, Delaware.
The widow of Hunter Biden's late brother, Beau, took the witness stand on day 4 of his federal gun case. Testifying under an immunity agreement with prosecutors, Hallie Biden, who began a romantic relationship with Hunter after Beau's death, detailed how Hunter visited her home in October 2018, appearing to be under the influence. She said she searched his car for drugs and found remnants of crack cocaine, drug paraphernalia, and the gun in his truck. Fearing he'd hurt himself with it or her kids would hurt themselves, she testified she discarded the firearm in a grocery store dumpster. On Thursday, jurors were shown surveillance video of Hallie doing just that and coming back later that day trying to find the gun. Once Hunter discovered what she had done, asking her, "Are you insane?" Hallie Biden's testimony is critical to prosecutors as they try to prove President Biden's son illegally purchased and possessed a Colt 38 handgun in 2018. Prosecutors allege Hunter knowingly lied about his drug use on the application to buy the gun. He denies that.
From the prosecution's perspective, that whether or not he was using drugs on the day he purchased the gun, he was illegally using drugs during that time period, both before and after the purchase.
Hunter Biden's defense team argues he did not view himself as an addict when he filled out the form. Under cross-examination, Hallie Biden, who claims Hunter introduced her to drugs, said their relationship had many ups and downs. She acknowledged that she did not see Hunter using drugs during the key period when he bought the gun and had just completed a stint in rehab herself. Erica Brown, CBS News, Wilmington, Delaware.
This is the first time the child of a sitting president has gone on trial.
If convicted, Hunter Biden faces up to 25 years in prison.
Well, Das Best Design.
Attenders at the annual Forks and Corks dinner are ready to feast their eyes on the next Oktoberfest button.
Once the winds die down for tonight, we got a little wind tomorrow, but less of it, more sun too, so the temperatures will be a little bit of an improvement from today, but we do have some rain for your weekend forecast. I'll break all that down coming up after the break on your First Warn Weather Update.
Is there such a thing as too many strawberries?
I don't know, Stan. Is there such a thing as too many sunsets?
Or too many rainbows?
The new Strawberry Freshtival is here with our new fresh strawberry mega pancake platter, only at Perkins.
Senator Baldwin says I'm not from Wisconsin. But this was my childhood home. Graduated East High. Became a Badger in '86, where I've had my company for over 20 years.
And this is where we live. It's our family home.
I'm a fourth-generation Wisconsinite. It made me who I am. If Senator Baldwin's not going to be honest with you about where I'm from, what makes you think she'll be honest with you about anything? I'm Eric Hovde. and I approve this message.
Get solar and get saving with Olson Solar Energy in the La Crosse area.
When you're talking to someone and you call someone at Olson Solar, it's not someone in Utah, it's not someone in California, it is someone local right here. By doing that, we control the entire process. So we control the project management, we control the design, we control the installation, the electric, the hookup, permitting, and that really sets us apart.
Stop into our location near you. Learn more at olsonsolarenergy.com or give us a call.
Isn't it time you turn your backyard into the oasis you've always wanted? Come to La Crosse Fireplace Company and find your outdoor setup. Imagine gathering with family and friends around your wood-fired pizza oven. Sit back and relax around your new fire table. Available in different sizes and styles to fit your lifestyle and budget. Stop in this month and receive 15% off all in-stock outdoor products. La Crosse Fireplace Company, because your place is outside by the fire.
At Taco John's, we've got beef with other places that start with frozen beef. That's why we start with only 100% American never frozen beef, simmered in our signature spice blend. Say no to thaw and yes to 100% American beef at Taco John's.
Stressless by Eckernes. The most comfortable seating in the world is more comfortable than ever. It's on sale now at Drury's in Fountain. Every year, Eckernes updates styles and leathers, and that means outstanding values. And now we're passing these savings on to you. It's time for you to enjoy the incredible comfort of a stressless sofa or recliner in your home. Now at fantastic savings. A stressless recliner is your place. A place to relax, a place to unwind. Stressless furniture on sale now at Drury's in Fountain.
Yeah, we're definitely going to see some better conditions for Friday, unlike we had today, which felt more like early May, given all the conditions, too. But the windy, cool conditions continue this evening. You'll see the winds drop off. Still some sprinkles possible, but most areas will probably remain dry. Less winds as we go tomorrow, more sun. That means the temperatures will be a little bit warmer. And then we do have rain coming back in for Friday night and for the first half of Saturday. Second half of Saturday and most of Sunday does look dry. That's the good news. For the river levels, we haven't changed much of this from yesterday. Still expected along the Mississippi to get up into minor, barely minor stage. Actually, the crests have come down just a little bit. Timing still Tuesday, Wednesday, so something to keep in mind of. We don't expect that really to change much since we're not going to really see any significant or widespread rainfall really over the next 7 to 10 days here. But for tonight, really it's just decreasing clouds. If you're north of I-94, you might see a few showers or sprinkles continue through about midnight. For most other areas, just on and off low clouds, but overall it should be fairly quiet. Winds will die down. You'll wake up tomorrow morning generally in the 50s, maybe a few upper 40s up to the north. And tomorrow, as I said, the big story will be just lighter winds, still some afternoon breezes of 10 to 15, maybe gusting up to 20, but the temperatures will climb up a little bit warmer and plenty of sun. We're watching two systems come towards the afternoon that could provide more cloud cover for tomorrow evening. Really, one kind of heads to the south. That might provide a sprinkle or a shower going late Friday evening after 10 for like northeast Iowa, southwest Wisconsin. But we have another system that we're tracking that does pose the better potential for some rain going after midnight. And it's coming up from the northwest. It'll kind of rotate through the area. So we'll see showers approach after about midnight for northern areas and just generally light rain or showers, cloud cover throughout Saturday morning. It looks like the heaviest amount probably is going to stay just to the south of La Crosse, but everyone will see something Friday night into Saturday morning. Once we get about 10, 11, it should start pushing off to the east and generally clearing skies in the afternoon. So Saturday evening looks okay. Saturday afternoon also. Going into Sunday looks actually not too bad also. We're going to have a cold front kind of come close to us but stay to the east. So we generally just see some increasing clouds, but nothing else than that. Rainfall amounts generally you could have up to a ½ inch to the south of La Crosse. It gets a little bit less as we go further north, but it's still going to be a light rain. Not a lot of rain coming down at once either. Not expecting any thunderstorms right now going on. Pattern, we've kind of been in this northwest pattern going on for the current time as the southwest starts heating up. This will continue through early next week. Mainly dry, but we do have a few systems that could come through. But notice a change coming towards the end of next week. The west is going to start cooling down as the jet stream starts digging south. We're going to see this ridge begin to approach and the heat dome expand eastward by the time we get to next weekend. That means temperatures are going to come up and the humidity levels should start coming up towards Father's Day. So it will be quite a bit of change from this weekend. But for tonight, just a few sprinkles up to the north. Winds will die down. We'll have clearing skies later. Temperatures mainly in the 50s. Tomorrow, a better day than today. More sun, lessen the wind, temperatures going back up into the mid-70s. Then as we go back to Saturday, that's your rain. Second half of Saturday should be okay. And then as we go on to Sunday, we're looking good. And otherwise, we're looking at temperatures going throughout the 70s. And then toward the end of next week, upper 80s coming with the humidity, guys.
Right. Thanks, Greg. Well, hey, it's never too early to think about the next Oktoberfest.
No way. Tonight, the Gemütlichkeit Foundation is revealing the next Oktoberfest button at the annual Forks and Corks dinner. The Gemütlichkeit Foundation is a charitable arm for lacrosse festivals, including Oktoberfest, and they raise money to provide local student scholarships. Their Forks and Corks dinner is the foundation's primary fundraiser, and attendees got a sneak peek at this year's Oktoberfest button. There it is.
Yep, and the president of this year's fest says the button is an essential part of the Oktoberfest tradition.
Oh, just a heritage, you know. It stands for such a big part of Oktoberfest. We've had them since 1961, and it's neat to see each design each year.
The theme for this year's button is friendship, Gemütlichkeit, and more. After the theme is announced each year, they leave it up to members of the public to send in designs for the button.
All right. The Lacrosse Festival's board of directors settled on the design out of about 70 other submissions. Oktoberfest 2024 kicking off in 113 days, September 26th through the 29th.
Countdown begins.
A lot of goodwill indeed in that design. Well, coming up next in sports, the pitch will be the place to be tonight in Onalaska as conference rivals clash for a spot in the sectional final. And the pitch for Minnesota must have been a good one because Caledonia's Ethan Stendel is headed there in 2025. Rob's got that story next.
Is it time for new windows or doors? Contact the company who has done the research for you. The best windows and doors installed by the best people. Clear Choice Window and Home Solutions.
Ashley's Stars and Stripes sale is going on now. Don't miss these furniture hot buys, now only $7.99. Plus pay 0% interest for 5 years with no minimum purchase in-store only. Only at Ashley. Shop more deals in-store and online.
I always knew that I wanted to be a mom, and choosing that it was the right time was just a really exciting moment. It turned out that my baby had a diagnosis that would be incompatible with life. It wasn't just that my baby wasn't going to survive, but I was at risk for hemorrhaging when I delivered. I met with my doctor and we went over the risks and benefits. I made a really informed decision, just like you would for any other procedure you're going to have. I'm a nurse, and I'm an example of a woman who had to have a procedure to be able to save my life and to not watch my baby die. And now Donald Trump supports laws that could take that procedure away across this country.
54 years they were trying to get Roe v. Wade terminated, and I did it.
Without that procedure, I would not have been able to get pregnant again. But the good news is, a year later, I had my son. If Trump gets elected again, I fear for women.
ABPAC is responsible for the content of this ad.
As your local Touchstone Energy Cooperative, we wear many hats. We take pride in serving our members and our community by going the extra mile in everything we do. Because we not only work here, we live here. Touchstone Energy Cooperatives, your source for power and information.
Ashley's Stars and Stripes mattress sale is going on now. Don't miss these mattress hot buys, now only $7.99. And get a free adjustable base upgrade with an Align by Ashley Sleep mattress purchase. Only at Ashley. Shop more deals in-store and online.
All of the exciting action from your community. Here's News 8 Now Sports.
Caledonia football standout Ethan Stendel still has one season left with the Warriors, but the junior already knows where he'll be heading at the next level. Stendel making the announcement on his social media page last night as the multi-sport athlete officially commits to the University of Minnesota. Stendel has been a full-time starter under center for the Warriors the past 2 seasons, but he's also played on the defensive side of the ball, and reports are that he could transition to linebacker when he makes his way to Minnesota in 2025. During the past 2 years, the 6'3" QB has thrown 22 TDs with just 4 picks. He threw for almost 1,500 yards as a junior, leading Caledonia to an undefeated regular season record before coming up short in the state quarterfinals. Big congrats to the newest member of the Golden Gophers. Well, it's shaping up to be a special night on the pitch. Conference rivals clashing in Onalaska tonight as Holman looks to hand the Hilltoppers their first loss of the season. Won't be easy. The Hilltoppers have stormed past the competition this season, an unblemished record up to this mark. 2 of those wins coming against the Vikings. Should be a fun scene tonight as the action gets underway at 7. The winner advances to the sectional final Saturday in Altoona. How about last night's thriller at Copeland Park? Loggers in a battle with Green Bay, but at the bottom of the 9th with the bases loaded, Luke the Nuke comes through, his second bomb of the night. This one sent the fans home happy, a walk-off grand slam from Luke Davis. Loggers open the series with their biggest win of the year up to this point, 11-7 the final over the Rockers. They'll look to make it 2 straight tonight, first pitch in about 10 minutes. On the Pro Diamond tonight, the Twins will try to avoid being swept by the best team in the AL. Yankees taking the first 2 games of the series, a 5-1 win last night in the Bronx. Pablo Lopez will look to get Minnesota back on track tonight. Playoff soccer just a few minutes away. I'm sweating. The mic just fell off. But it happens on live TV. I'm just going to hold it here.
So excited for a big matchup. Absolutely. 2 successful programs for the last few years. They've been in this mix. You know, it's going to be intense.
You don't want to look at those last 2 games. I think that's what the Holman coach is saying right now.
Sure.
Forget those past 2 games. Throw that out the window. It's playoff soccer. Maybe I'm making this a little bigger than it is.
Oh, no, it's huge.
It is huge.
It's huge. 2 big-time girls soccer programs here.
Let's go.
All right.
Let's keep it going. Baseball next week, I'm stoked.
It's a good time. Thanks, Rob.
Okay, we'll take another look at your forecast when we come back.
An 11% rebate at Menards. From hitches to ratchet straps and everything in between, we've got your hauling needs covered. This TowSmart starter kit, which includes a 2-inch hitch ball and 5/8 hitch pin, is only $14.99 after rebate. Skill delivers advanced power and torque with convenience and portability. The PowerCore 20 battery is interchangeable with every Skill 20-volt power tool. This 20-volt 4-tool combo kit is $114.81 after 11% rebate.
Save big money at Menards.
After further review, we're seeing so much goodness in the game. Hardee's is giving away free hand-breaded chicken tenders tomorrow if any of these happen in tonight's game. If a player helps another player up, free chicken tenders. If a fan cheers or players high-five, that's 3 free chicken tenders. If anything good happens on or off the court, that's 3 crispy, juicy, hand-breaded chicken tenders free tomorrow. If you download the Hardee's app and join My Rewards.
All right, tonight might need the jacket for the Moon Tunes here, just with the wind still blowing. We should see clearing skies, lighter winds tonight. Temperatures getting back down into the 50s. Then tomorrow on Donut Day, National Donut Day, looks better, less wind. Temperatures back to close seasonal, but we do have the rain coming Friday night into Saturday for your weekend plans. Saturday afternoon, morning looks wet. Saturday afternoon, not so much.
Every opportunity is taken to remind us that it's Donut Day tomorrow.
In this broadcast,
so
Donut
if there is
Day.
not a box of donuts right here tomorrow,
Very
we know who to blame.
disappointed, Greg, if we don't have that. Thank you for